walked a mile in yours and my shoes. Some of the best presentations that I've heard have come from people in this room. Sam, Dave, very touching. Tina, Dennis, Matt, honestly, Arthur, Heather. They've come from people like you. So I know what this organization is capable of. 45 more years? Yeah. And then when we get there, we'll say 45 more years. I just stopped by to encourage you a little bit, but it was really more about, I'm just going to share some of the things that I've learned from you throughout my years. Early on, my husband, he's like a big PR guy for me, all right? He was my biggest motivator. Still is today. At the age of 19, he was a general manager. And I will say, he was pretty darn good. He was a master at it. And he had many opportunities to climb the corporate ladder, but he didn't really want to do that. And you may not want to do that, and that's okay. But he didn't let that get in the way of him actually saying, you know what? I'm going to be the best that I can be. I'm not going to let the fact that, you know what? I don't want to move up the corporate ladder, so, I'm just not going to do this. You have all the tools that you need. You have a great support system. This job's not very hard. Listen to your customers. You have VOCs. Listen to your team. Listen to the coaches. And most importantly, learn from them. You don't have to wait until someone comes to you and say, you should be doing things right. Do things right because it's the right thing to do. And when you do things right, good things just come to you. But you gotta believe in yourself. Know what your limits are, know what your ability is, and work hard toward achieving your goal. Don't be afraid of failure. Failure is not final. It's not fatal unless you make it final. If at first I don't succeed, I will try again. I know you've heard the motto, the failure is not an option. And each of you today said this. This is my year to date. So if you would repeat it after me. Failure is not an option. Let me hear you.
Failure is not an option.
I'll tell you what, in my experience, if I listen to all the negative things, and if you listen to the negative things, it will hinder your growth. You want to surround yourself with positive people. You want to surround yourself with people that will encourage you and tell you that, you know what, yes, you can do this. Yes, you can do that. If I took everything negative that came my way, there's absolutely no way that I can stand on this stage today and speak with you. No way. You know why? Because I would have been too afraid. To do what you're doing, it takes a very unique and special individual. My friends, they were pretty critical. I started going to law school. I started going to school for law because I was going to be this big-time attorney. And they were critical because I stopped going to school to work for Taco Bell. It was like, no, the restaurant industry is nasty and dirty, and one that really irritated me was anybody can stuff a taco. Ooh, rub me the wrong way. But you know what? You run $1 million businesses. Don't let anybody tell you that your job has no value. The restaurant industry today is what it is because of people like you and like me. When I started back in 1984, I was 17 years old. I really had no idea. Back then, I had no idea what this was going to be for me. It's just a job, you know? And I thought, But I learned some things along the way that really helped me throughout my career. And one of the single biggest things that I actually learned was that people is our greatest asset. We are in the people business. We just happen to be serving tacos. But we're in the people business. And if you hire the right people, you prosper a whole lot faster in your life. It's a whole lot easier. We're getting older. I saw some of us having to take breaks last night. I wasn't the only one asking for the oxygen tank. And you know, our younger generation, they're getting smarter and wiser. And it's our responsibility to take them under our wings and nurture them and teach them. Because you know what? They're the future leaders. For K-Bank to go another 45 years, I don't think it's going to be you that's going to be there making it. You're going to be watching and you're going to be cheering them on. A large percentage of our workforce, of our restaurants today, are teens and young adults. And most of them don't speak the same language that we speak. Sometimes I have to say, what does that mean? And you know what? We've got to learn how to communicate with the millennials. They're called millennials. I actually took a class on millennials because I really need to know, how do I connect with them? We can't leave them out. You've got to be able to connect with every single employee that you have. From the person that washes the dishes, to the person that's counting money, driving the shift. And then when you're able to communicate with them, then you can hold them accountable. See, everybody kind of works for a different reason, right? Like our teens, some of them are working because they may be saving up some money to go to college. That's a beautiful thing. Some of them actually have to help their parents pay the bills. Some of our people are the head of household. They got to do this, right? Some of them have big dreams. And we have to help them make those dreams a reality, to move forward and actually execute those. Many of them work hard, very hard. Sometimes till 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. As leaders, we've got to encourage them. We have got to keep them motivated. We got to provide them with the tools that they need to be successful. Because when they succeed, what happens? We succeed. 45 more years. Yeah, I can see that happening. The business cycle is rotating. It's like a rotating cycle. Some of our employees will leave us. Some of you left Taco Bell, left K-Bank, left KFC. And you came back. Some of our people are going to go off to college. And they come back because they thought they were going to go and be a lawyer, or psychology or whatever. And they love it. Taco sauce in the vein. And they come back. They're our assistant managers. They're our general managers. They're the director of training. And they are going to teach what you have taught them. So you want to make sure that we're teaching them right. And then, you know what? We can hold ourselves accountable. There's going to be some rules and regulations. We have to do that. And I tell you what, if you follow